tell me all the rules to your stupid game. Darn it. What a bunch of baloney. I need to fools their hair. I floofed a lot of power out of my hair. I had no idea I had that much power. Just waiting to be floofed. I'm gonna get it this time. I'm definitely get it. There's no way I can lose this one.
I took Ned's suggestion and put avocado in it. And I think it's safe to say that it's a hit. Moira and Cargo already have a mouthful, and Maya's just staying at the kitchen. Or, well, dartboard in this case.
Quite enjoyable. Well, quite. I can officially say Dan and Phil are growing on me. I can't say I'm in the fandom just yet, but I like them more than most YouTubers, and that's saying something.
Hey. It's so sweet. Look at that fluffy tail. Boop, boop, boop. Oops.
Okay, this is what happens when you give your gliders apple juice. They don't want to give it back. I'm telling you, if you guys let it go, I will pour some more. Here. They love apple juice. She has a death grip on the bottle cap. Can I have it back? Can I have it back? Can I? Can I please? Thank you. Good girl. This is Moira. She's my fat butt. Yeah, I figured I'd spoil them today and give them some apple juice, and well, they lost their ever-loving minds. Yes. So we lost our ever-loving minds because we like apple juice. That's Cargo. This is Maya. And here's Moira's butt. Hi, penguins. But these are my little kids. I originally had them on the BML diet, but now I've got them on the OHPW diet because for whatever reason they would not lose weight on the BML. At first I was doing the recipe wrong. I was using actual baby food instead of regular fruit, so part of it was my fault, but even after fixing what I goofed up, I still couldn't get them to lose weight. So now I'm starting to get them on a more steady decrease to a normal weight. So that's good. But that's okay. See, that's okay. A little bit of chunk is not that bad. So we're just getting them to a more healthy weight with fewer treats. They're not happy about the fewer treats, but the fewer treats are good for them. So, yeah. These are my babies. For those who don't know, I inherited them from my dad. He used to breed them, but when he passed away a couple years ago from diabetes, I was pretty much the animal person of the family. Everybody else was mostly either a cat person or a dog person, and I'm overall, if it's a critter, I love it. So they came to live with me, and I had Cargo neutered after they had Moira, so that way Maya wasn't constantly popping out babies, because we're guessing when they came to live with me that Maya was about 8 or 9 years old, and with gliders living about 15 years when conditions are optimum in captivity, it's, she was just getting too old to be popping out babies. I didn't want her to be a baby machine. I wanted her to have some fun, being a glider, being goofy, doing her own thing. So I had Daddy neutered, and they're a happy little trio. I have started making sling hoods to keep them in for whenever I'm puttering around the house, whether I'm making stuff, playing video games, cooking dinner, um, doing different chores around the house. I can have them around my neck. I also make cage sets, so that way they have little pouches to sleep in, they have vines to climb on, different things like that. And I'm working on making toys too, so they have different things to play with. And these products I also sell, so that way I can share it with other people, but I can also make some gas money. Nothing wrong with that, you know. But I figured I'd go ahead and share my fuzzy butts with you because I love them. They're so adorable. They're so precious. I mean, sugar gliders are a lot of work. When Dad first got them, I was like, oh, I want a sugar glider. I've got to have a sugar glider. But in hindsight, I can honestly say, had I known just how much work they were, I wouldn't have wanted them. Now, that's not to say that when Dad passed away that I wouldn't have taken them then. Oh, no, no, no. They would have been welcome in my home regardless, whether they were a lot of work or not any work at all. It's just that so many people look at them and they think, oh, they're so cute, they're so fluffy. They're not a hamster. Even hamsters are really a lot more work than what people think they are. But these guys are a lot of work, and if you're willing to put in that work, they are some of the most rewarding pets there can be. I mean, they can be so affectionate. They're so mischievous. I mean, they are basically like tiny, tiny toddlers. That's the best way that I can put it. They get into things. They manage to open their cages. So a lot of people have to use either zip ties, twist ties, different things to keep the cages secured. I've actually got little padlocks to keep their cage closed, so that way the door that doesn't latch, or excuse me, the doors that don't latch that I don't use, I can make sure they stay secured so that way they don't get out and get into trouble. But, you know, they're a lot of work, but they are more than worth it. And the fact that they're nocturnal and I have insomnia, that works for me too. So that way when I can't sleep at night, I can always come down and I can play with Maya, or I can play with Cargo, or I can play with Moira. They're just so sweet. But yeah, these are my fuzzy babies and I just wanted to share. Hope everyone else is having a great day and staying safe, that you had a good 4th, all that good stuff. I'm not sure if this is going to be like the first of vlogs for me or whatnot, but I'm gonna figure something out. I'm still thinking of a few things, but yeah, just a little chunk of my life. So hope everyone is happy and safe, and peace out.
Okay, so I got my order in from Elizabeth, and I got a couple extra peacock feathers and some cork bits. Maya already knows what she wants to do with the peacock feather. I've already been playing with her a little bit. Oh, you go get it, Mama. You get it. You get it. Cargo just isn't sure what he wants to do with it. Oh my goodness, Maya. You get that feather. You get that feather. Oh, you dropped it. Oh my goodness. And then Moira also isn't terribly certain, so she is hiding right there. Scared the bejesus out of me earlier, but we found her. Mama, what are you doing? You want to get a feather? Oh, you get that feather. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You get that feather. Do you want to play, Cargo? You want to play, buddy? You gonna get it? You get it. You get it, big boy. Oh, did you get it? Did you get it? You gonna get it? Yeah, I got a little bit of something from some of my favorite vendors. This turtle. I got that from Brittany. I almost said Vindy. Yeah, I'm changing people's names. I'm special. And the kids are always rearranging it and I have to untangle it. And then this poor jellyfish has seen some rough times. I am constantly having to flip his eyeballs because the kids love to climb on him. I got this from Amanda and they love it. You want to play? Oh, you get it. You get that, Lee. You get that feather. You get that feather, Mama. This is my Mama Maya. Did you let it go? You let it go? Oh, goodness. And then that big stick is some eucalyptus that I had ordered from the eucalyptus website. And then that's a little toy I made myself with some little apple sticks. Moira loves to chew on the sticks. Can I have it back? Mama, can I have it back? You just gonna bite me? You just gonna bite me? You're gonna be like, nom 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 nom, you taste on me. And pardon the lighting in my living room, I know it stinks. I really wish we had better light, but for whatever reason the cover to my living room light makes the light all yellow. So I usually, whenever I do color swatches for my fabric for the cage sets that I make and the sling hoods, for more accurate colors, sometimes I wind up having to take it outside to take a picture, because otherwise it really messes with colors. Oh goodness, oh goodness, oh you gonna get it? You get it, mamas. You get that feather. You gonna get it. Cargo, what you doing, buddy? You want a feather? You gonna get it? Precious babies. And then you've got Moira down there being goofy. Oh, you gonna get it, mamas? You gonna get it? Mama's always loved feathers. Like I said, usually I just get them the turkey feathers. Guys have already done a number on this feather. Yeah, you've already done a number on this feather. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll stop pestering you, because it's about dinner time anyway. Your food's down there. Go eat something, mamas. Oh, oh, there goes Moira. You wanna play? Oh, goodness. Moira just plain out jumped and snatched it right out of my hand. Moira, honey. You goofy kid. You goofy kid. Hi, mamas. Hi, mamas. Moira's got your feather. Can I have it? Can I have it? Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, Moira's found the cork. I think that's going to be the next toy that I invest in, is getting them some cork. And the little basket they're in is just a little Dollar Tree basket that I zip tied to the side of the cage through the holes. So it's got like, I think 6 different supports zip tied so that way it doesn't move. And I usually put like fleece palms in there. Sometimes I'll drop little snacks or treats in there for them to play with. Oh, you Moira, come up here, you goofy kid. Come here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at you. There. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You got a feather? Can I have it? Can I have it? Oh my goodness. You are just so precious. Yes, you are. But Moira's just my little baby. My little chunky monkey. Oh my goodness. You gonna get it? You gonna get it? You get that feather. Maya really likes the cork. Excuse me, that was cargo. This is my mama's. Come here, Maya. Maya's always had kind of rough fur. But that's okay. I love her just the same. Where's my mama's? So the cork is a hit. And the feathers are a hit. And I definitely like the U-coil. So I would say that's a hit myself. Yes. No kitty. Well, I guess I'm going to end this here. Peace out, everybody. Take care. Have a good evening. Be safe.
Okay, so it is snack time, and I like to spoil my kids sometimes. Give them little cold fish crackers, like once in a blue moon. And I'm weird. I'll lick the salt off of it before they get it because I don't want them to have too much salt. But it's one of those things where it's like once in a blue moon, it's not going to hurt them. Kind of think about it as you're giving your kid a candy bar. Once in a blue moon is okay, but you don't want to give them a candy bar every day of the week. Then they're gonna wind up with like fat butts and type 2 diabetes, all that good stuff. So I figured I'd try and see if I could get it on film or video. Now you don't ever say on film anymore, so come here. I know. Goodness gracious. Who wants it? That would be my Moira. She's my fat butt. We're working on getting her to lose weight, so she has to play more and she doesn't get as many treats as she used to when it comes to like their mealworms, their pellets, things like that. When it comes to pellets, you some people suggest not to give the gliders pellets at all. Some people put them in there for a daytime snack. With mine, I give it to them like maybe every other day because they need something to clean their teeth. Because you've got to realize that sugar gliders are sap suckers. They basically when they eat fruits and vegetables and stuff, they chew it until they've gotten all the juice out of it, and then they just spit out the pulp. So when it comes to like little crunchy snacks, like their once in a blue moon goldfish cracker or their pellets, it helps clean their teeth. Kind of like, you know, when you give your dog a dog biscuit, the crunchy biscuit helps scrape any tartar and whatnot off his teeth because, well, they don't make sugar glider toothbrushes like they do for dogs and cats. And while sometimes dogs and cats are like, hell no, no, you're not putting that in my mouth, no. But with the pellets that I got my pellets from the Happy Glider. And these ones are specifically designed for gliders. And with mine having the 2-pound bag and me only giving them 1 pellet each, like every other day, this thing's going to last me forever as long as I make sure that it stays sealed. Of course, if it doesn't stay sealed, then you run the risk of it getting stale, or if you get any moisture in it, just like with your regular cereals, potato chips, any dry food like that. You always want to make sure it stays sealed, which I did out. There we go. You want to make sure that it stays sealed and in a cool, dry place, so that way you don't have to worry about it going bad. But you can order it. There's their website and phone number if you have a sugar glider and you're interested in ordering them. I spoke with a couple other glider parents and breeders just to get some suggestions, make sure that what I'm getting for them, oh goodness, they're fighting over the last goldfish, but to make sure that whatever I'm giving them is good for them, because there's some pellets out there that say that they're good for them, but they're really not. They're just fillers, and you don't want something that's just fillers, but you also don't want something that's super, super protein enriched. You want just the right balance. Too much protein can cause their liver and kidneys to work overtime, which can then in turn cause them to get sick. So everything in moderation. That's the key in everything. The key in people, the key in cats, the key in dogs, the key in kids, the key in sugar gliders, everything in moderation. You don't want too much of anything. Now, with these ones are the fruity flavor. I don't recall what their other flavors are, but there's, I want to say like 1 or 2 other flavors for these. Now, there are some high-end cat foods that you can give in place of pellets if you don't want to order them online, or you can't find a decent place to buy them from in person. Now, when it comes to the pellets, though, most of the pellets that you're going to buy from the pet store is crap. Just plain and simple, it's just crap. That's the stuff that's either way too much fillers or way too much protein. Now, I myself, I don't do the cat food one. Like I said, it's got to be a high-end cat food. I can't remember what all brands of cat food there are. If there is any interest in knowing more about the cat food, I can reach out to my friends in the glider community and find out that information and share it in another video. But just figured I'd let you know that. Now, when it comes to real food, and I know I've mentioned it in another video, but my kids, they are on now the OHPW diet. They used to be on the BML diet, but they put on too much weight and it wasn't coming off. There are multiple other approved staple diets, and it just depends on what fits best for your glider, what fits best for your wallet, what fits best for your lifestyle. There's a few different things that can factor in. I'll even include a link to a website that gives information on the different diets that there are that are advisable to feed to your glider. And don't mind, the cats are dorking around in the background. Now, some people say, oh no, you can just feed them, you know, pellets and apples, and they're, no. Unfortunately, that is not the case, because with them, they have such a high metabolism. It's easy for them to burn off all of those natural sugars and basically go into a sugar crash, and then you run the risk of, you know, all sorts of other health issues that you don't want. But if you get your glider on a decent staple diet, you can assure that they've got the right calcium balance, the right pH balance, the right protein amount, things like that. Now, another thing that having them on a staple diet helps with is it assures that you're feeding them foods that are good for them and not foods that are toxic to them. There's, you know, a lot of foods that you can eat that your gliders can eat as well. Your gliders can have corn, although not a lot, because it does have lots of natural sugar and lots of phosphorus in it. But they can also have like peas, green beans, kale. They can have avocado. Oh my goodness, they love avocado. It's like nobody's business. They love avocado. They can have cherries without the pits. Some people will still put the pits in there, but you know, as a precautionary thing, I personally take the pits out. Um, but as long as they don't actually start chewing on the pits trying to get into it, they're okay. It's basically once they actually get into the pit where it's got toxins in it that can make them sick. Same thing with people. If people, you know, actually cracked open those cherry pits and ate the inside of the cherry pit, that can make people sick too. So Panda is picking on Magic, and Magic is like, no, I don't want to play. Now, like I was saying, there's tons of different foods that you can eat that your glider can eat too. And they love chicken, they love eggs, stuff like that. But there's foods that they shouldn't have that you can have. Like, you don't want to be feeding them bacon, avoid red meats, you know, like beef and stuff like that. That's not good for them. You don't want high salty foods. If there's any salty snacks or whatnot that you're eating, it's either best to not give it to them, find an alternative, or find that version of the snack without the salt on it. My biggest lenience on that is the goldfish, and like I said, I'm weird. I lick the salt off of them, so whatever. I've never claimed to be normal. So other things that you can have but they can't have are things like rhubarb. Rhubarb pie is awesome, but rhubarb will make a sugar glider very sick. They cannot have anything with caffeine. Their little hearts go fast as it is, and give them caffeine, it's definitely not good for them. They also can't have chocolate, like dogs can't have chocolate. Now, I'll also include in the information below a link for just one of the websites that I go to that has information on safe and unsafe foods, because there's also some wood that you can put in their cage that is really great for them to chew on and climb around on, but there's also some wood out there that is not good for them. Like, one safe wood that you can use in a rabbit cage and a bunny cage would be apple wood. I actually have a little wind chime thing that I made for the gliders that has little sticks of apple wood that I bought from PetSmart. It was originally meant for like hamsters and whatnot, but I just took them and I strung them up on one of their little plastic chains, and they like to play with them and chew on them and whatnot. Moira's my big chewer. She will chew on it like it's nobody's business. They also can have eucalyptus. Now, with the eucalyptus, if you have cats, keep in mind eucalyptus is toxic to cats. So if you give them eucalyptus in its whole form, whether it's in twigs, sticks, or leaves, you want to make sure that the second it comes out of that cage, whether the glider throws it out or you drop it or you're cleaning the cage, whatever, it goes immediately in the garbage and the cat can't get to it, because it can make your cat very, very sick, to the point it can even kill your cat, and you don't want that. Now, there are essential oils that you can get that you can use with your gliders too, and it's been stressed to me by one of my friends who is also in the glider community that whatever essential oil you get, make sure it's food safe. There is one vendor who I shared her information in my last sugar glider video who I got eucalyptus oil from. And with this, what you can do is when you're cleaning the cage, you can add a little bit to the water, so that way as you're scrubbing it down and whatnot, it smells like eucalyptus. Or you can just put a couple of drops on like their bedding or something like that. But that's another thing that you have to keep in mind. That can't be around cats. Cats can get very sick from it. And on the flip side, cats can have catnip, and they can, you know, enjoy catnip. You can sprinkle catnip everywhere. You can buy catnip plants for them and everything. The only problem is it's toxic to sugar gliders. So anytime you get something that has catnip in it for your cat, you will definitely want to make sure that you wash your hands before you go to playing with your sugar glider, because you don't want them to get sick. That would, you know, just stop big ones. So, yeah. That's what I deal with. I have one cat who is a grumpy old man, and the other one is a little kid who has absolutely no sense of boundaries. So she will play with him. He'll fuss, go lay down. She'll lay down for a little bit, then go play with him again, and it's a never-ending cycle. But I think that's really all I wanted to talk about today. I'll probably find something else that I want to make another video about, but right now that's pretty much it. Just wanted to share giving them a snack. And right now they're all, hi, they're all cuddled up and sleeping. See if I can. What you doing? That's Moira looking at the camera. And that's Maya's head, and Cargo is underneath them somewhere. Sorry for making you sick there. My bad. But that's it for today. I'll make another video eventually. Oh, before I forget, I am making a second channel, and the second channel, I have finally decided what I wanted to do with that. It's going to be kind of like a modge-podge of lists and stories and urban legends, things of that nature. So once I get that all put together, I'm going to share a link in one of my mini videos. I say mini like I'm doing a lot of them, but I gotta start somewhere. But I'll share a link in one of my next videos, so that way if anybody's interested, they can go ahead and watch it. I'm currently working on myths, legends, and folklore of Ireland right now for the inaugural video. Yay. So I think the first few videos are going to be lists of myths, legends, and folklore of different regions, because there's some that are very, very popular, and I will include some of the popular ones, but I want to stray away from keeping all of the popular ones in there, because, like, you know, just about every one of them is going to have Nessie in them. So when I do Scotland, I may not have a lot on Nessie in it. Now this one I do have the Banshee in it, but there's some that I've never heard of that I looked up, like the Fetch. I had no freaking clue what the Fetch was, other than you throw a stick and your dog goes and fetches it. This is something completely different. So just starting off there. I'm gonna do Scotland, I think, and definitely gonna do Japan. I love Japanese myths and legends. They are definitely something I'm interested in. Possibly gonna do India, because they've got some rich history there going on, and possibly Taiwan and maybe China. If you have any suggestions of any countries that I should look up next, just let me know in the comments below, all that good stuff. So I guess that's it finally. So be good to each other. Peace out. Be safe. Have fun.